What would happen if porn suddenly disappeared? It would be hilarious seeing people freak out for a few seconds on Twitter and Reddit and shit before someone starts posting nudes again. As far as men, it'd probably break some of them since some guys use porn if they don't have access to sex. And men do develop porn addictions. Not sure what would happen to those guys or any man, but I think it'd make a lot of guys a little more aggressive. Disappeared how? Universally banned? If so, there will be a huge black market for it. And there will be countries, like Russia, who just won't care. So all porn will be concentrated on their servers. Also dark web, torrents and physical media sharing. Suddenly disappeared from the internet? Give it a few hours. And all the backups will be restored. All the major porn websites closed? Others will take their place. Humans lost interest in sex? Something else will take its place. Like food. Good things will happen. There won't be any addiction. Men might see women with respect. Body image issue might get resolved. Lot of good things will happen. Downside will be that men start focusing and all OnlyFans creators who make porn might go bankrupt. Sad truth is that it's most likely the stats for sexual offenses against women would skyrocket. Violence in general would increase. Porn was a catalyst for the internet industry itself. So it is impossible to get rid of it now. But globally I think you would be dealing with more violent behavior from shitty men. I honestly believe we'd be getting laid more often. Porn gives a false sense of standards. If we couldn't jerk off to hot, sexy girls, or boys, your preference, I don't judge, we'd lower our standards. That's just my opinion. But I believe it to be true. In what environment do you feel authentically yourself fully at ease? I've been going through tremendous hell for the past year straight. Literally a non-stop battle. But the other day my STB ex-husband and I took our kids to a kids museum and then went to my favorite cafe afterwards. I ate my favorite food as they played songs from the early 2000s. All the heartache and stress was gone in that moment and I had to stop myself from singing along to all the old songs. My heart was happy for a brief moment and I forgot my entire world has been turned upside down. At home with my middle daughter. She's the only one I can be around without feeling some kind of obligation and can be totally myself. Her older sibling is at college. Younger sibling splits custody with dad and is elementary age. Middle kiddo chooses to live with me 100% of the time. So she's always around. She's a few months from 18. So totally independent in taking care of herself. The parenting I'm doing for her now is teaching adulting stuff and navigating social situations. Unlike younger sibling, middle kid and I have the same goofiness and sense of humor. So there's no getting judged for being weird. This is some people's idea of hell. But I really love dance clubs. I love dancing and singing along. I don't really interact with other people at the clubs. Unless I'm there with my spouse or a friend. I like getting dressed up. I can dance for hours on end while my friends need breaks. When I was a kid I liked school dances and was so excited when I was able to go to 18+ clubs. I spent my 20s in gay clubs. At 41, I still love going to dance clubs and dance music festivals. I'm excited to see what kinds of dance clubs will exist in the future as millennials like me age. They try to not listen to a song they like often so it doesn't get old. I play it on repeat until I know all the words because I can't fully enjoy a song unless I can sing along. You don't get to be top 0.2% Florence and the Machine listeners on YouTube Music off one song alone that way. When I love the song I hear the shit out of it till it's dead. Then it becomes a part of my playlist that plays on shuffle and every time the song plays I remember me how much I love the song and how I heard the shit out of it when I found it. Yes. Because when I was a teenager I had songs on my iPod that showed I had listened to them 200+ times each. I could never do that again. It is insanity. I listen to it on repeat until I'm tired of it. Depends on the song. Some I can listen to a million of times. Some I prefer listening once in a month or so. I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of the fact that someday a song that I've been listening to for a couple of days will get old and boring. Because it's kinda difficult for me to find something good. Something that will make me listen to it every day. And something that sounds really good or even amazing. P.S. Currently I listen to Dreams of Love and Literature, Dan Silvato and Quat. Despite the fact that this song and the game itself came out a long time ago. I still love the game and now I love this song. The song Your Reality is also good. I have over 5,000 liked songs on Spotify. And most of the time I just shuffle that list and go about my business. But occasionally I'll get recommendations from friends and whatnot. And if I really dig it I'll actively choose that song when I feel like listening to it. Same with any song really. I work in waves sometimes. I'll go on a binge of a specific artist or genre. And then give it a break for a while and listen to something else. Or just go back to my liked playlist. What's the number one thing that you think women need to stop doing? Telling men. Private matters between us should stay private other than a few people you're very close with. Or better, people we are close to who can actually help. The only exception to this is something that threatens you, like your partner is abusive. Other than that, things in our lives aren't topics of conversation for your shitty work friends, social media, or the harpies at your spin class. Want me to put it out there how you didn't get into your master's program and are super depressed about it? Or how about a medical procedure to fix the hemorrhoids on your ass? No? Then STFU about my layoff. They need to stop waiting for men to do everything in regards to courting. I don't bother with women anymore. I haven't bothered in years. I got totally burned out with the status quo of passive do-nothingness. If you're a woman, start a little conversation with a guy you like. Do something. Learn to carry a conversation. No. I don't care that you glanced at me and flipped your hair at me. That could mean everything or nothing, and I'm already having a great time with my friends to bother with anything else. I feel like something that isn't talked about enough is this undercurrent assumption that men are idiots. One of the big things that bother me is disingenuous attention. And I've had several girlfriends ask me about my day or about a hobby I'm into and then immediately stop listening. They just look at me and make the appropriate noises when needed, but aren't really listening. With how men are often portrayed in movies and sitcoms, I understand where the idea comes from. But I'd rather you just not ask me about my day instead of asking and then not listening. If I just wanted to speak the words out loud, I have several good walls for that.